And today we are going to go over Smart Plans. This class is called Get Triggered with Smart Plans. So I'm also going to be going over Smartplan Triggers and how that works. Smart Plans is going to be your fourth option on the left-hand side down from the top. We're going to start there. And you can follow along with me, or you can, have your screen open and be doing this as well. And I know you said that you're just looking to learn today, Paolo. So I'm going to go over the smart plan that I normally do when we do our initial onboarding appointment. So in the library, if you click on the library page, you scroll down to the third row, which is called top rated.
Got it.
It is the second option, new to Keller Williams, new license. And for people that they have had their license for a while, there is another one that's similar. It's just a couple more clicks over. New to Keller Williams, experienced agent. You can preview the smart plan by clicking view steps in the bottom left corner. And you can hover over each step in the smart plan and see the messaging. If you choose to use the smart plan, you can edit after that point. So here's the text message. I can preview that, and I can preview the phone call script. Notice also in the smart plan, below the title, there is a short description. It says the published date, the number of agents using that smart plan, and the star rating system. And that's how you rate something too. You just click on the stars.
Okay.
All right. And then also the number of steps, the duration, the number of touches, and author. This one is authored by another Keller Williams agent. If you scroll up just a little bit, the row above this that says Keller Williams right here, these are 10 smart plans published by Keller Williams. The Keller Williams ones are kind of special. Those ones you can't really edit. A couple of them you can, but some of them, like the quarterly call plan, it's just going to send you a task reminder to call people every 90 days, people that you have set up on that smart plan. The neighborhood nurtures, those you also cannot edit. It sends a template format with your branding inserted, but also then inserts the information on each of the neighborhoods that you have programmed into that particular contact that's set up on the neighborhood nurture. So the neighborhood nurture you cannot edit. You cannot edit the quarterly call plan. You cannot edit the monthly neighborhood nurture. You can edit the birthday one to a degree, but if you wanted to add an email component to it, for example, it won't allow you to do that. So this, again, the Keller Williams published, authored ones, those are special. You can't edit all of them. A couple of them you can, but this one that I showed originally, new to Keller Williams, new license, this one you can completely edit. It's authored by another KW agent. Anything that another KW agent has published here to the library, you're able to edit that messaging. If you haven't already, click Add Smart Plan on that new to Keller Williams new license. Make sure that if you don't have the quarterly call plan, you click the download button here until it appears like this, success, and then click download. I already have this smart plan.
Yeah, that's what I'm showing myself too.
Yep, you already
From
have
the,
that one too.
yeah,
But
from
for
the from
anyone
your
else,
onboarding.
yeah. Anyone else watching the recording, if you don't have that, make sure that you add that smart plan fully. Okay, now scroll back up to the top of the screen and click My Smart Plans at the top. And I've got a ton of smart plans in here. They have actually added this search box very recently. It says search by smart plan name. You can now search through your own smart plans. So in case you have a bajillion smart plans like I do, I have 41, it's kind of hard to find stuff. You can search for it here.
I wonder why I don't have the search thing. Let me refresh this.
Oh, okay. Oops. I have it because I have special access to new features.
Got it.
So I had
Ooh.
thought it was to everybody, but I guess it's only me that has it. Okay, sorry I misled you, but that will be launching soon. And look, you can see it worked. So here's this Minuta Keller Williams new license. And what we want to do with this one is click this edit button here. It's this pencil icon under actions on the right-hand side.
Mhm.
This next screen will give us the ability to edit the messaging included in this smart plan. As you can see on the left-hand side, the first thing at the top is the name of my smart plan. So you can edit the name if you wish. I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then you can add a trigger event. All right, for this one, I'm not actually going to add a trigger event. But the only trigger event you can use right now is tags. So when we do your onboarding and we go through what information you could have on a contact, I usually stress the importance of tags. And that if there's any piece of, information you should have in it for every single contact, you want to do tags for every single person. You should have your people in your sphere, your personal contacts tagged. You should have all your buyers tagged, all of your sellers tagged. And you can use custom tags too. So you want to make sure to do your tags before you upload your database when you're getting your spreadsheet together with all your contacts listed to mass upload. Make sure you upload with tags. And if you use a custom tag in that upload column for tags, the system will create it for you when you or Scott Leroy Marketing does that contact upload for you.
Okay.
All right, so you can use tags as a trigger. So let's say, for example, I like to tag everyone that I meet at an open house with open house. And I may have a specific smart plan set up, not this one, but a different one, right? For probably I would call it open house follow-up. And I probably would make the trigger every time that I add a contact with the contact tag, open house. I don't have a tag for that, but anytime then henceforth that I set up a contact with the tag open house, if I have this trigger set up with a tag that I use on those contacts will automatically begin to receive this smart plan as soon as I add the tag.
Okay.
So this is a way to automate people receiving the smart plan. Does that make sense?
Yes. So the trigger is just basically that, a way to select a tag and then make it so that it's automatic.
Yes.
All right, so that's
So for
very
the
time
purpose
saving.
of this specific, yeah, very time saving. So Paolo, you haven't put your database in here yet. So let's just say you do a smart plan trigger and you use the tag for sphere, and you want everyone in your sphere to receive this smart plan. So you choose that as your trigger tag.
Mhm.
So see those steps I just went through, I confirmed it. And then you can edit this email. So you can edit the subject line. And this is the email address I'm using to send these emails. If you want to change this, you can follow this link to the settings section where it will allow you to change that under command mail.
Okay.
Command email. So this is a really simple email. It uses this automated merge field, which are located here under this button. You can use this button to insert these in the text. It'll personalize the first name. And this message is a really positive one. So I love giving this as an example to agents when they first join the company. I'm excited to share the news with you and everybody that I've now shifted my career into a full-time real estate sales professional with Keller Williams. The point of this email is simple. The email is to thank you. I love and appreciate you for all the years of support you've given me. You've been a part of my life in some way or another, and I wanted to make sure that you knew how grateful I am for you. As I move forward with this journey, I will keep you updated with continued success. It might be a call to stay in touch, or an email, or maybe even one of those corny real estate recipe cards. The important part, though, is that you know how much I appreciate you and how much I look forward to continuing to help you and your friends and family moving forward. There is never a referral too small or too big, so think of me and hopefully we get to hear from you soon. Thank you. And you probably, if you're in the state of California, like us, you want to probably put your first name and last name here, type it out, and write your DRE number.
Mhm.
And then type out your phone number, type out your email address as well. You can't really put your pretty email signature in here. It will not allow us to put in an image here. These are the only tools that we can use on this email content. So you want to make sure and if you want to put your website.
Mm.
So you want to make sure to do that, edit that email, make it sound more like you too. So take the time to go through it and make it sound like you and your own sense of humor. Say things that only you would say. And then make sure you save that piece of content with this check mark. One of the rules in Smart Plans is that there be a delay of at least 1 day in between action steps. So number 2 is a delay of 3 days. Number 3 is send SMS/MMS, which is a text message. As you can see by this red banner, I don't have a Twilio account set up. That's what this message is telling me. If you would like a Twilio account set up, you can follow the prompts in this banner. Go ahead and click the subscribe in KW Marketplace to get started. Twilio is what allows us to send these automated texts. We're not able to do that through normal service providers, and we also can't pre-schedule text to go out through our normal phones. So Twilio is what will allow us to do that. You can't use your cell phone number on Twilio, so you will put in your area code and it'll give you options to choose from. So you will pick a new number. When you get to the marketplace, it will ask you to choose a plan. The lowest pricing is $3.16 for 300 text messages a month. And unused text will roll over. And if you use too many texts, it will pull out of the next month. That is how their pricing works. And they do have bigger plans if you want to buy more texts than that per month. So if you don't have Twilio, if you don't sign up for it and you leave this message here, it's actually not going to send anything. And then it'll have another 6-day delay. And oh, if you want to, you can just completely delete this step.
Okay.
If you want to text with your personal number and you want to get a reminder to text with your personal number, what you can do is use this create task. and you can add that to the end of the smart plan. So these are the action steps here, which you can add and build to this smart plan. Or like I'm doing here, I have this create a task, and I'm going to use these arrows to move this step up and up again. And up one more time. So now it's right below the text message. And what I want to do is copy this, paste it in here. It looks like that merge field lost its blue, so I need to reinsert that.
Mm.
And this is the script of my text message. And then this is going to be due in 1 day from the time I get the task. And I'm going to say reminder to text as the text name. And then I'm going to put the contact first name, space, and then last name. And then in the description, I'm also going to put their number by using this merge field, contact phone. Great, I'm going to save that. Oops. Uh-oh, I accidentally exited.
So while you do this, while it populates, the Twilio way, it will be using a different number. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct. And the way I was showing you, again, it's not going to do anything automated. Instead, you would receive a task reminder to get out your phone and send a text to that person.
Okay.
So I was showing you how to just replace this Twilio text with a task reminder for you to text. And that reminder will show up on your home screen when you log in, or in the tasks applet when it's due.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how the create. Go ahead.
Okay. So in that case, you would just copy and paste it to on your phone, on the text that you to the person you want to send it to, or how would that look? The process.
So since this is on your computer and not on your phone, you would need to type it out for the first one. But if you're sending this message to a couple of different people, you can just copy that first text message and then paste it to the next person. Okay. Just make sure the hey and then their first name is edited, right? You want to make sure the name is correct.
Okay.
So, but yeah, that's how you can replace this Twilio text with a task reminder instead. And then to get rid of this, you just click this delete button. And then there's another delay, and then there is a call reminder. Make a call, contact first name, last name to plant the real estate seed. And there's a call script. Just like that other text message task works, this one will also be on your home screen in your task widget or in the tasks applet when it is due. Make sense?
Yes. I think I'm going to try this with myself after we're done here to see what it looks like on my end.
And also, actually, I took off the tag trigger. Okay. So you want to make sure too that you don't do that trigger until the smart plan is ready to launch. Otherwise, then people will start to receive it. And everybody who already has that tag. So let's say I set it up with Sphere today. I have a bunch of people already tagged with Sphere. The people already tagged with Sphere, they're not going to receive it. Only people I add in the future that have that tag. So actually, Paulo, if you get this all ready to go, and then you upload your database with all your Sphere people and you use that tag trigger, then it'll go automatically to all those people in your Sphere.
Okay.
So it's actually a good thing that you haven't really gotten started yet.
Right. Well, that's a good note to keep in mind.
Yeah. And then the last thing is it's going to roll people onto the quarterly call plan. So after they've gone through all these action steps, they're going to go onto the quarterly call plan, and you will receive a task reminder to call them every 90 days, just to keep in touch.
Mhm.
So that's how this smart plan works. And there's a couple different ways that you can add people to a smart plan. So let's say I'm done editing this. I can go right to this icon here in the top right corner, the person in the square with the plus. I can click that. I can find someone in my database to set up on this. And you can also search people by tags if you want to add a bunch of people. So let's say everyone is already in your database, Paolo with Sphere, and you want to add those people to this smart plan now. You can just search everyone with that tag Sphere. I don't have any yet, I guess, with that tag. Oh, here we go. Okay. And then I can click add to smart plan. You can start now or start on the following date. Also, if you set multiple people up at one time, it will ask you if you want to stagger the start over the next few days. And you can choose how many contacts per day you want to stagger. The purpose is to prevent you from getting like 100 call reminders in one day if you're, let's say, setting up 100 people on a smart plan right now. Instead, you could stagger them like 5 people per day, and that way you're only getting 5 of the call reminders at once.
Okay.
That makes sense?
Yes.
And then once you click confirm on that screen, it'll ask, please confirm that you want the following contacts to be subscribed to this smart plan. If you have a Twilio account set up, all SMS messages will be automatically sent for your Twilio number. Just know if you keep that Twilio message in there and you don't delete it, nothing will be sent. It will not send a text message if you don't have Twilio set up. So you don't have to worry. And then click confirm at the bottom. And that should do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's just one way you can add people to a smart plan. There's 2 other ways that I'm going to show you. So besides in that top right corner, I'm going to click save. Oops. And then under my smart plans on the right, under actions, if you click this person in the square with the plus symbol next to the correct smart plan you're wanting to use, that's another way you can add them. And it'll go through the same process where you can search by tags, search by name. You can go ahead and select all the people you want to add to the smart plan.
Mm-hmm.
And confirm your choices. There's one last way you can do it, which is on the contact itself. And I find that that is the most useful for setting people up on the neighborhood nurtures, because if you are adding the neighborhoods, you have to go into the contact to do that. So you would come into the contact, you add the neighborhoods here on the left, and you're already on this contact. So you can come to Smart Plans on the right, click add to Smart Plan. And now it shows all of the smart plans in your smart plan, like in your smart plan section where it says my smart plan. So these are ones that you've chosen to use from the library. So let's see, I did have 41, so it might be hard for me to find. Here's the biweekly neighborhood nurture. And I could click select and then start now or start on the following date, and then follow the prompts to confirm. That's how you can set up your contacts on Smart Plans. All right, well, that concludes the session that I have planned for Smart Plans and explaining Smartplan triggers as well. Paolo, you can feel free to ask questions.
Thank you, Danielle. One question I have, if I want to duplicate the Smart Plan, let's say this new agent one, what's it called? And
you should be able to do that, I think.
What's the process? Because I like to have one to be in just Spanish, but have the same steps.
So you can click this dot, right? The three dots. So here is that same exact Smart Plan in my library. So in my Smart Plans, I mean. So if you're in the My Smart Plan section, find that Smart Plan. And on the right-hand side of it, under Actions, click these three dots. And then you can copy it.
Oh, beautiful.
And then apply. Some Smart Plans you cannot copy, but those basic ones, so the ones you cannot copy are the special Keller Williams ones. The ones that are not editable, you cannot copy. But all the ones that are editable, like published by other KW agents, you can copy those just fine.
Very easy. Got it.
So as you can, yeah. And as you can see, like some, it won't let me copy that one. That one will. So some won't, some will. Any other questions?
As far as the neighborhood nurture, I mean, is that something that I set up when I am adding a contact specific to the contact?
Yes. So don't forget, you have to add the neighborhoods first to the contact, and it's just going to automatically send an email based on those neighborhoods.
Got it. So what are some of the common best practices as far as that is concerned? Do you add the neighborhood where the contact resides, or do you choose for them several others?
Yeah,
what are some
use
of the
your
practices?
discretion. So where they live, where they want to live, their dream neighborhood, whatever you think. You can choose a couple around where they live if you're uncertain. If you know where they want to live, you can select from that area too. If, you know, the strategy changes depending on the person. So let's just say I have, you know, several people in my database and they have not expressed any interest in buying or selling. I can set them up on a neighborhood nurture if I know where they live or around where they live, and just put neighborhoods around that area. And that way they're getting helpful information. They can see what properties are doing in their area. And, you know, I don't know if they're thinking of moving or where they're thinking of moving to, but at least they're getting some valuable information from me as a realtor.
That's a good idea. Okay.
Well,
I'm sure I'll have more questions as I start building my sphere or my contact list, but I think you covered it as far as what I can see I need. So yeah, thank you for your time, Danielle.
yeah, You're welcome, Paolo. Thanks for coming. Thank you for your time as well. And glad I could make it valuable for you. Well, I'm going to let you go.
Yeah, I
I
feel
don't
so
know why
special
these
being the
are
only
on
one.
the calendar for so long. Yeah, yay. Just your luck. Well, have a great rest of your afternoon.
Thank you. You as well. Enjoy the
Bye.
sun. Take care.